Welcome, everyone, to Progressive Discussions. This is Keto King's Barbecue Banter, the multi-topic and open topic show where anything goes, no censorship. It's ad-libbed, it's unscripted, and we have a lot of fun, but we get serious here at the same time. And I am going to introduce my illustrious co-hosts right now from the state of Washington, the one and only Jason Cleveland, our political analyst and journalist. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, James. Hello, BC.
And now
Happy Sunday.
We have BC from BC Beer Reviews from the state of Michigan. How are you this week, BC?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
Good,
Fantastic.
good. Old man Winter, of course, is here.
Yeah.
He never really comes in December by us, so can't complain because I don't have a car to dig out of the ice and snow. So if I had a car, if I still have my car, I'd be really bitching about chopping the ice and scraping it off my windshields and digging my tires out, and then hopefully find a parking space when I return. I always said, gentlemen, the person who wrote the song Winter Wonderland probably had an indoor garage space.
Probably heated at that too.
Yeah, but most likely. So anyway, here we are. We have some heavy-duty topics to discuss, right, Mr.
Oh my goodness!
Cleveland,
Yes.
and lots of proven hardcore evidence supported by screen sharing, and we will commence. I just want to say, I want to call out the control freak. First I want to call out the eagle beak control freak geek, that steaming pile of fecal matter, Mark Zuckerberg, for terminating my largest group. Apparently, it seems like that, unless it's a Facebook glitch, but I don't think so. Since 2012, I had almost 9,000 members, Holistic Health Talk. And because I mentioned the word hydroxychloroquine, I'm not a member of the group. I'm not an administrator anymore. I can't find the group, and I can't even find my administrator of that group, Mr. Mario Petrus of Petrus Fit. So I have no idea what happened. The only thing I can't even contact Mario Petrus on Facebook Messenger. So I had to text him by way of old-fashioned text on the phone. And he didn't know what the hell was going on. And this is what happens on social media when you have a person that has no manhood whatsoever in his being. He has raisins for balls. He most likely screwed his way to the top. I'm talking about Mark Zuckerberg, the eagle beak control freak geek. He's a pussy. Now I know why he had so many bodyguards when he went to Washington to testify, because a lot of people probably want to fuck him up, and rightfully so. He's a piece of shit. Now, the other one, I wish TikTok, which is owned by a Chinese company, buries Instagram and Facebook. Zuckerberg buries them. Then the other dildo head geek that is abusive to his employees, the CEO and owner of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, old dildo head. He raised his prices in Whole Foods. So if you thought Whole Foods was highway robbery before, it's worse. Jacked up his prices again. How rich can a person be to be content in life? I mean, how much money does a person need to have? You're a piece of shit. You look like a geek. Bill Gates is obviously started off being a geek, and I think they want to compensate for their younger years when they were in grammar school and high school, when maybe the football jocks used to bitch slap them around because they were so annoying. So they know they're not real macho men. So now they're getting back at everyone because they're multi-billionaires, ill-gotten gains most likely, or just brilliant but a piece of shit. So,
man, if that's not the best introduction to a show ever in the history of live programming, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, well, a lot of work,
Right?
my friend, since 2012, a lot of work went into holistic health talk. And I don't like some piece of shit weasel, big nose, member of the tribe, wink, wink, nod, nod, the tribe, because he has raisins for balls, taking away all that hard work and time I spent on that group, thinking it was my group, but it's not. It's Facebook owns everything. It's like a homeowner. It's like a homeowner. You're not really a homeowner. You might own the building, the structure, but you don't own what's under it.
Absolutely.
And if you don't pay your property taxes and everything else, then you got ordinances. Oh, your stockade fence is too high. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't have that. You can't have a garden in your front yard because we're going to fine you. What do you call, $500 a day because it's against the ordinance of the town. You can't grow vegetables and herbs in your front yard. You can't have a hen house to save money on eggs. The ordinance is against that. So where is the fucking freedom? The freedom to shop? The freedom to cut your front lawn? Otherwise, they give you a fine if you don't cut your lawn. There are no freedoms, like George Carlin said in his skit, the late, great George Carlin. Capitalism, since day one, was rigged by and designed to serve the top 1% or 2%, the oligarch of the population, the top 1%. Even in 1776, the founding fathers were rich landowners, and they had slaves. They owned land, and they're the ones that ran the country. Nobody else had any say. I don't think voting rights really mattered much to everyone besides all these big landowners. And that was the oligarch back then. Now we have the corporate oligarch. So we're going to sink our piranha teeth into a couple of dates. One of my favorite fruit of all time. I love dates.
These are raisins. Well, okay.
Raisin ball, as in raisin ball.
They're oversized raisins, yeah.
I actually happened to find, and this didn't take me very long at all, I found a picture of Al Franken's balls.
That's it.
Borrowing from your phrase today on the WhatsApp message you
Al
sent
Franken's balls, and also I hate to say it, Bernie Sanders, when he capitulated and did not run as an independent like he normally does, and he supported Hillary Clinton during the first election against Donald Trump, and the second time he supported the corporatist, the corporate whore establishment, sleepy Joe Biden. He in a way he's a sellout, but he's the closest thing we have.
Before, I don't want to interrupt you, but this could save someone's life here. BC, before you, if you want to nod off, make sure that cigarette is put out.
Okay, it's already in the ashtray, yeah.
If you're that tired, I never seen you so sleepy this early, BC.
Oh, I know. I don't know what it is, man. I'm just tired today.
Take a cat nap, but I just want to save your life. Don't have that cigarette dangling over any papers or anything.
If you feel tired enough to fall asleep, put the cigarette out and what are you cooking today, BC?
Actually, I don't feel like cooking today, but I didn't get anything, so I'm not cooking today. I had a bowl of soup, split pea soup before I came on, so.
Linda Blair Exorcist Special, split pea soup.
Yeah.
Are you going to have anything for dinner, like in the house, inside the house?
I've got some of that pork loin from last Sunday still left. So if I'm going to have some of that.
Yeah, we'll talk about how wonderful the pork loin was. That's all. No big deal. But yeah, if you're going to take a nap, definitely.
Take it easy, BC. We can come back to you.
Yeah, put out the cigarette. We're not difficult people. We're nice guys here. Yeah, we're not. Anyway, I just want to say good morning to my dear friend, my near dear friend from Japan, Masumi. Good morning, Masumi, from the Tokyo region. And it is now.
Good morning.
It is now
4:30 in the morning.
4:23 a.m. Monday.
Happy Monday, Matsumi.
Well, Masumi unfortunately she caught a bad cold, but luckily she's off work today, Monday, and she gets to rest and take care of her cold. But I get well soon and recover quickly, Masumi. What happened?
I just stopped
raised the
sharing.
ball. Well, we can always go back. Tommy Carroll. Hello, Tommy Carroll.
Hello, Tommy.
Yeah,
it'd be it's great when folks join, they listen in, they're interactive. We certainly welcome comments, good, bad, or ugly. If you disagree with what we're saying, certainly speak up. We'd love to have a nice, friendly debate on this show. But I think it's also fun to know where these folks are sending these messages from. We know where Masumi is from, Japan. Tommy, if you might just give us your state, if you're not comfortable with giving your city and state, just so we can
I know where Bart Robinson's from. Bart Robinson. I know, like guys like Enjoy the Decline, Tommy Carroll. Yeah, just let us know.
It's interesting. That
Yeah.
way we can maybe tailor some subjects, maybe more to your micro area, right? We can find something interesting to talk about that's relevant to where you're from. So, so James, I got a ton of. There's just like.
Okay, let's sync our piranha teeth.
What I like to equate it to, it's almost like imagine how much garbage is piled up in a city dump, right? Decades, millions of tons, right? That's how much content there is for us to talk about. There's no shortage of content ever, right?
We'll never have a shortage.
It's like dredging a city dump.
Listen, when you're telling, you're welcome, Asumi. You're very welcome. When it comes to telling the real hard-hitting truth, and being on the side of the good guys, we'll never run out of material ever for all eternity. As long as we're able to be on the internet, we'll never run out of material.
Absolutely. So what I think I might do, BC, is to maybe just share something that's quite relevant to your backyard, and I'm not sure if you've heard about this one. And hopefully, James, you can pull up my screen share if you're still nearby.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I just have
The president of the University of Michigan has been fired. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah.
What's going on here? This is literally just come out yesterday evening, and it's only been updated later in the evening. So this is sort of late breaking news that probably nobody's even covering other than this show and the Detroit Free Press. But we can maybe dive into what's going on. But give us some feedback here. What happened?
As far as I understand, I guess I forget the guy's name, but there was some like medical doctor of some sort in the sports department that was pulling like who's that? Robert Nesser, that Nesser guy did at State.
Oh yes, Nasser. Yes.
Oh, Nasser. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I guess this guy was kind of doing the same thing in a way, and nobody said anything. And they're one of our biggest and well-known coaches here for U of M is Bo Schembechler. And there was like a catchphrase like "Hail to the victors," and now they changed it from that to "Hail to the victims." And it's like, you got to take care of the victims, man, because it's terrible for what happened. I guess he was doing all these kind of things on these individuals, and some of them even brought up Schembechler, and nothing was done about it. And I guess Bo was one of them guys that's like, "Oh, you're too young. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. This, that, and whatnot." But I guess find out it was all true. So it's just crazy what's going on.
What's a knish, James? You might know. What's a knish?
A knish is like sort of a deep fried pierogi. It's potato, mashed potato and seasoning, and it has this batter around it, and it's large, it's square, and it's a potato food. It's a variation of a pierogi, except instead of being steamed or boiled, it's deep fried because it's brown. It's brown and crispy on the outside.
Interesting. Okay. So it sounds like
pot sticker in it.
Well, like if you took a pot sticker and you deep fried it, a giant pot sticker, and you deep fried it.
Oh, okay.
So allegedly this guy sent dozens of inappropriate emails and texts. And there was a story that the New Yorker magazine put out called "Sexual Fantasies of Everyday New Yorkers." Maybe we can pull that one up. But what's interesting is he said, "Can I lure you to visit with the promise of a knish?" So he's using these pierogi Danishes things to lure this woman to his office.
Well, there's a lot of perverts in the big city.
Hey,
I mean,
can I lure you over here with a eggplant?
Yeah, what's it going to take, right? Think about that.
I mean, there is organizations that have these private social events by invitation only, where they're just a bunch of S&M, sadomasochistic people with fetishes of all kinds, and they get together and do all kinds of weird things.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know how a fetish begins, but there's a lot of strange people, and then there's normal, meat and potatoes people that
Well,
yeah.
that's just, I guess it's so BC. The president of the university, in my mind, in my opinion, probably doesn't have nearly as much power as the president of the company. There's all these board of directors and regents and boosters and donator and people that donate money and all these endowments and all this other stuff. It's probably just like a pawn, really, right? He's the president of a university, but
something to say, well, something was done, okay, type of thing.
Oh,
exactly.
Dr. Jason Cleveland.
Yes.
Your illumination seems to be a bit on the dim side.
I know we had see, the problem is you got this light. The room I'm in is not very well lit. I think I might actually invest in one of those little lights that goes on my monitor.
Like a gooseneck clip lamp. That's my favorite desk lamp of all. You can turn it any which way you want, direct it down.
Yeah.
It has a clip, and it can go on the side of your desk, or it can go on your monitor, or wherever.
There was one that I saw. It's actually not that expensive. Let me show you here. I was kind of looking at some stuff.
Buy an LED. You can get it
like this, right? It just kind of clips on the monitor and it lights my face up, because I probably.
There you go. It's an LED, like an LED lamp.
And it's like $20, right? I should probably just order the damn thing so that for the next time we're live.
It's cheaper to get the gooseneck desk lamp and just buy the LED bulb separately. It's a lot cheaper. You can get the daylight bulbs on Amazon. They sell. I bought a whole pack of daylight bulbs.
Oh, okay.
LED daylight bulbs, and it's good for the winter blues, because it gives off a full spectrum light.
I like the fact I would like the capability with some of this stuff to be able to either turn up or turn down or have natural, because some of this light looks like fluorescent type lighting, and it doesn't look like what I'm in now. Looks terrible. But I really don't have anything nearby that I could whip together to make it any better. But we need to increase the production value of this show now that we've got harder hitting.
LEDs are definitely better in every way than fluorescence. Fluorescence that's old hat, fluorescent lighting, and the only purpose for incandescent, which gives off heat, is if it's an infrared bulb for, let's say, an exotic pet that needs to be kept warm, or a bulb that is used for those Himalayan pink salt lamps. You can't use LED. You got to use like a nightlight bulb, a specific incandescent bulb that gives off heat. Otherwise, it won't work. The purification system. It's a ionic air purifier, the Himalayan salt lamp.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it gives off positive ions which clean the air, but you need an incandescent bulb that gives off heat. Otherwise, it won't work. So, there is a purpose for the incandescent bulb, but the LEDs, man, you just can't beat them. I mean, they come in different colors. They come in black light. They come in multicolors. I mean, I got 1, 2, 3. I got four light sensor LED night lights in the living room by my plants. That turn different colors at night, like automatically, and I got them.
yeah.
I got them at a dollar store. It cost me $4, and they go from all the basic colors of the spectrum of the rainbow, and they're LEDs. They don't burn out. They don't get hot. They put out more light with less electricity usage. It's just a fabulous invention in the era of high technology.
All right, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, look into it.
Yeah. So what else do you want to talk about, James? I've got or BC. Do you want to tell us what's been going on this week with you?
I got my scooter in the shop.
Is it still in the shop?
Yeah, I just put it in there last week.
It's a battery, right? Or is it alternator?
Man, it's the starter. Come to find out, I got the starter. It was the caliper went out too, so it's kind of like clinging onto the brake. So I need a new caliper. And I don't know if I've mentioned this, but one night this was a few years ago, and I was working midnights at work, and I got off at 2, so I was riding home about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on my street here, and this was like 4 blocks away from my house. Now, you know how you get that sidewalk at the corner where you get the sidewalk that kind of goes like this? It's kind of like an X formation in a way that leads into the street, so you cross over onto the other street or onto the other block. Well, they kind of slope down into the street, so it's kind of a nice, gentle thing. Well, the point I'm getting at is I was driving home, and this truck had a stop sign, and I see it starts coming, and we're both going the speed limit. This guy wasn't hitting his brakes for almost nothing. I'm there, and next, I had to swerve off, and that sidewalk that's like the X. Well, there's a portion of it where it's like a curb, because you got like your main curb, and there's like a little tiny curb in between the 2 sidewalks. Ended up riding over that, busting like the bottom of the body of the scooter. That has to be replaced. And
were you hurt at all, BC?
Oh, no. I was more scared than anything else. I was kind of shaken up by it because I thought I was about to get hit. But for me, I didn't. So, but the whole thing is going to end up costing like $1,000 to get fixed. So that's the caliper, the starter, the piece on the bottom. And it's just crazy. And it's going to be a while before that thing is out of the shop because they're having fun in one of the parts. I've got to get a muffler replaced as well, and that's one of the hardest parts to find. So it's just crazy.
So how do you get around?
All for a scooter.
My dad's been taking me into work in the morning. I've had to take the bus home from work, and anything else I've got to walk, and it's just so tiring. Man,
So sorry to hear.
Man,
Especially with the winters Michigan gets.
Oh yeah, it ain't no joke over here, man. Especially when you get that lake effect, wind chill and snow. Oh man, like maybe 2 or 3, about 300 to 500 feet away from Lake Erie. So
how is the thickness of the ice on the lakes for ice fishing? Is it
it hasn't been. I haven't really noticed it, but from what I can tell, it's not that thick. At least not on Lake Erie. Now, if you get like say the lakes, mini lakes that are like in the inland, I don't know. They're probably somewhat frozen, somewhat. So
somewhat is not safe. It's not
Yeah,
reliable.
right now it's not safe. No,
Yeah,
I say I'll probably wait another month or so before I start going out there to check it.
February. Yeah, I would never go on one of the Great Lakes and expect the ice to be thick enough to support all human weight. I mean, when we had normal winters, people used to drive their vehicles onto the
Yeah,
lake.
yeah, I seen old footage of cars back from the 70s, and you know how big these cars were back in the 70s.
Oh
They
yeah,
were on Lake Michigan and Lake Huron, and this was like around the Mackinac Bridge, and that is you knew it had to be thick to be supporting a car from the 70s.
yeah.
So
And they had these shanties that they
yeah,
slide. They used to slide onto the lake too, and you would go in a shanty, and you would have like a heat. The ice was thick enough for you to have a heater going,
yeah,
some kind, and you'd be there like the movie Grumpy Old Men with the little
That's
fish.
right. That's right.
yeah,
And
And you
I
gotta
yeah,
have like an auger or a drill.
the
yeah.
auger.
They can see the
I
ice fall.
had the auger, not a motorized auger. I had a hand auger, which was for thick ice, but not super thick.
Yeah.
I had the hand auger. I had the toboggan sled. I used to have everything on the toboggan. My lures from Scandinavia, from Sweden. I had the ice fishing lures. I had my pole. I had everything. I had a cooler with food in it, and I used to have it on a toboggan because why carry it if you could just pull it across
Yeah,
the ice and snow? It felt like nothing. And I used to pull that out, but I didn't have a shanty, which meant, I had to put the knitted hat on all the way, cover my ears. I had to bundle up. And my ex used to, the ex I was with, this was before I got married. She used to, um, she wasn't happy about being out ice fishing with me on the lake because I couldn't get any of my male friends to do it. They said that, I can do that. Are you kidding me? What are you, nuts? Yeah, I says, yeah, I'm nuts.
yeah. It's what
And,
people tell me about me and my bonfires on Christmas Eve. It's like,
yeah,
are you crazy?
but the bonfires are home.
Well, you start to think about it, right? I mean, what are you going to do? Stay locked up for 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, however long your winters last? You got to get out and do stuff, right? Even if it
Yeah,
means sitting in a shack with a 10 layers on, it's something to do, right? And then, I think that back then, certainly, James, probably when you did that, you didn't have every streaming service to watch any movie the second you wanted to watch it. Instant
No,
messaging, people downloading, you're sort of looking at what
I
was your, what did you do for fun back then?
I didn't have any Android smartphone back then.
Right.
well,
And
it's like I've always said. Hey, it's like my cousin was posted somewhere, or it's like back when I was growing up, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have these smartphones. All we had was outside and our imaginations. So,
well,
hey,
that's what we had when I was in early grammar school back in the late '60s. I mean, we had an imagination. I had my flexible flyer wooden and steel sled. I had my wagon, which was wood and steel, not plastic. I have my bicycles. I had very primitive toys, no high technology at all. And I had my fishing pole because the local rivers and brooks were clean.
Right.
They were clean, and
Right.
you know.
What's in that cup of yours, James? That
I
the
just.
design looks really interesting, like a little margarita.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, look at that. What is that?
Banana King is a chain in my region of Latin American food. And they have tropical milkshakes made with different fruits. It's actually it's a great place. And I used to go there and get my roast pork sandwich that they call lechon, which is very similar to BC's loin, the fruit of his loins. And I finished up the last of the Corbel Brut American Champagne. The last I had this much.
Yeah, how was that?
For the money, it was great. For the money, compared to spending a fortune on Dom Perignon.
Oh, Mr. Dom Perignon.
Dom Perignon.
I think you're just paying for the name, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've had it. It's like whatever.
A lot of things are that way.
It's $100 a bottle, so be it, right?
If you go to a restaurant that appears on one of the food channels, and you're paying for the atmosphere. You're paying for the waiter that comes along. It gives you a whole dramatic, a speech about our special for the day, our blackboard special is we're using, and they color up all the ingredients to make it bigger than it is, and the pepper mills are long in expensive restaurants. They're like the wooden pepper mills are huge, and they're like,
oh, would you like some pepper? And the guy's about 20 yards away from you.
Would you like,
right?
Would you like some fresh ground black pepper? And he just goes, crunch, crunch. I says, that's it. Give me
that. Might have been old SNL skit, but I think it was like back in the 80s.
Give me that.
Where the long grinder, but you see the guy just grinding away on the customer. It's like, dude.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Oh, you know what? It is. And it's all like my late Uncle Phil, who went to the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, and he at one time before the stock market hammered him bad, he was a wealthy man, and he's not with us anymore. But he said that, James, prestige is all in the mind, and you'll see it when you go to these websites of all these craft beer companies and liquor and liqueur and wines, and they make their product much bigger than it is. It's like salesmanship. It's one of the underhanded traits of capitalism, really, is being a lying cocksucker.
Absolutely.
To put it in layman's terms, a lying son of a bitch. I mean, that's what, like, my grandfather would how he would explain it. It's just that it's legal. It's it's disguised. It's disguised to be something it isn't. Okay, now we will go to the wonderful screen share.
All right, I figured we'd start off. This is probably one of my favorite quotes here. In solitude, the mind gains strength and learns to lean upon itself, right? I think that too often now people are afraid to be alone, like almost deathly afraid, right? They have to be surrounded by social media. And I think social media is not the same as being with someone, being with a person, talking to people. As much fun as I'm having talking with you guys, it's certainly better if we were all in the same room, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The video chat is really underrated by people because it's the second best thing to being in a room in person with others.
Agreed.
It first of all, when it comes to single people, it really eliminates the blind date. All
correct.
Right? And then you also get to verify the person you're talking to that they're not a scammer, because a scammer will never video chat with you. So, you can really get acquainted and see if there's romantic chemistry if you're a single person with the video chat. And if a person refuses to video chat with you, they have something to hide.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, the video chat is wonderful. If you're going live stream, of course, you don't have to worry about the person being in your area to come over in person and sit next to you. You don't have to worry about making room for your guests. It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful thing. I agree.
You can remotely talk to people if their time zone permits, anywhere in the world, as long as they have a decent internet connection speed. Decent. Doesn't have to be the best fiber optics, just a reasonable speed. They can have a decent video quality and audio quality.
Correct.
So
Absolutely.
I love the invention of the video chat. And when you're alone, people, when you shut your TV off, let's say the TV's giving you a headache with a bombardment of commercials that are either annoying or depressing, like drug
company commercials.
Drug company commercials about people that are really sick, and you're just sick of watching the same commercials over and over. You shut the TV off, you put your phone down, and you just relax, either with classical music or new age music or nothing. And you just contemplate. Yeah. And believe me, you can come up with you could solve a lot of problems in your life by, coming up with.
I totally agree. I had a girlfriend years ago, and she was a nice girl, but she would like if she was driving somewhere, she had to call somebody and be on the phone. Like she had to have a conversation while she was driving. Hello, Craig.
Hey, Craig Swenson is here. All right, Craig Swenson. Where are you from, Craig Swenson? We're kind of asking all the texting commentators what region they're from. We know a few, but not all of them. But anyway, greetings, happy Sunday.
Hello, Craig. Happy Sunday.
Feliz Domingo in Spanish.
That's a beautiful cat.
Yeah, it is. I love Sylvester and Felix cats, black and white cats. Oh, he's from the great. Hold on.
Oh, New Hampshire. Okay.
New Hampshire is a beautiful. New Hampshire and Vermont, northern New England is a beautiful part of the country. Maine. I guess Maine is too. Even though there's tourist traps, when people go to Maine, they probably bend you over and fuck you hard with no lubrication. When you get a lobster roll, they stick you in the ass with the lobster roll, with the price, I bet.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll take a lobster roll, sure. Yeah, $38 later, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay $30. I'm not gonna pay $30 for a lobster roll. I rather get whole-bellied fried clams, or mussels and marinara sauce.
Well, not that clam sauce that you had earlier, James. There were no clams in it.
Well, white clam sauce. White clam sauce is pretty much extra virgin olive oil, lots of garlic, lots of parsley, fresh ground pepper, and the white wine of your choice. It can be white Zinfandel. It can be
Chardonnay.
Any kind of white wine. Please don't use cooking wine from the supermarket. That's high in sodium. That's garbage. Yeah, if you cannot drink, what the hell is going on here? If you cannot drink the wine that goes in your recipe, it's not good enough for your recipe.
So I thought we could share this too. This is something very interesting. And probably pertinent today, right? I think that here you go.
Yes.
I I think today, we almost need to have a hard reset, right? And sort of maybe think about getting back to our roots as a people, right? Be nice to one another, be kind to one another, treat others as you'd like to be treated. Don't say something, and don't say something unless you have something nice to say about somebody. Thinking about that, kind of getting back to our roots and stuff. This was, and I think this is one of those. Trolls here. It's interesting. The trolls are finding
Well, I'm
their
gonna
way into the
block
show.
it. It's the same. It's a bot, from what I was told. It's a Russian bot.
But this is now. So James, you were born, not to get too into the ages and everything, but you were born sometime in the late 50s, somewhere in the 60s, somewhere around there, right?
Well, I was born
Under a bad sign.
Born.
Say born on the bayou.
Let me finish my joke. I was born to be alive. The disco.
Oh, that's a great song. Yeah. Born to be alive.
Born to be alive. Born to be alive. No, I was born in 1958. I was born August 1st, 1958.
So may I ask, how old were your parents when you were born?
That's a good question.
Hard to do the math.
I was conceived at Fort Devens in northern Massachusetts, when my father was in the Army, and my mother lived on base. And she was bored out of her mind and wanted to go back home. And then I was conceived there, and I was born in Paterson, New Jersey, which is the city of Lou Costello, and Colt, Samuel Colt Firearms Company, Paterson, New Jersey, and that's it. 1958, August 1st.
So this book, we're going to have a read of this extract from a 1950 home economics book. Now, I don't even know if they teach home economics anymore. When I was in, I think in 7th or 8th grade, we took home ec, right?
They don't have home ec. That's why all the girls today don't know. They're as useless as balls on a pope.
And I look back and it's like, all right, what did we really do? Well, you learned how to chop. I mean, it's kind of basic stuff, right?
Yeah.
They don't even know basics. They don't know. They don't want to do laundry. They don't want to cook. What kind of a wife? They're going to be a burden when they get married. They're not going to be.
I know. I was listening to another YouTube channel that I really like the content from, and the guy was talking about how in a functioning relationship, it should be as close to 50-50 from an input perspective as possible. Meaning, if the guy, let's say the guy works all day and the guy does all the outside chores, what's the wife contributing? Well, is she, making dinner while he's outside doing the yard work, or vice versa? Does he do the yard work while she's, does he make dinner while she's cleaning and everything? And I think that now you sort of look at it, to your point, these folks are, and I actually feel very bad for today's generation, because they're being raised and then they're becoming adults, not really having any skills or any desirable things that they can offer their mate, right? To your point, James, if they don't know how to cook, clean, take care of themselves, what are they actually contributing? Not only from a relationship side, but from a society side as well. Being a good citizen, right?
Yeah, and you talk about yard work. My brother runs an auto body shop, and he comes home and has to go out and get takeout for dinner after busting his ass for over 8 hours running a business. I mean, I would have tossed her out on her ass a long time ago. But my brother is like my grandfather used to say in Italian, "Poo-poo-poo." He's a puppet. He's a marionette. He's a puppet.
The puppet.
He's a puppet. and raisin balls. There you go, raisin balls. Oh, great copper divining rods. Is today's generation, younger generation of women, as useless as balls on a pope?
Would
Yes.
you look at that?
Is Jason Cleveland the best damn political analyst and journalist for my show?
Boom.
You damn.
That thing went quickly in there.
Yeah. Is BC just a down to earth hell of a nice guy and a smoking barbecue master?
Dangle the eyes a bit more. Look at that. Boom.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, James. I like that.
Yeah, I got the divining rods and I got the quartz crystal pendulum. Do you like being on my show? Oh my goodness. Pendulum, do you like being live streamed on the World Wide Web? Yep. And when it goes clockwise, it means yes. Yeah. That's right. That's right. You jabronis out there that don't want to show up for real important subjects. You just want to talk about booze and beer. You have no life. You understand? You have no life. You're pathetic jabronis. You're jumbalonis.
Jumbalonis.
You're jumbalonis. Okay. Getting back to
Man, I
the
can
old.
go for a fried bologna sandwich right about now, man.
Oh, doesn't that sound great?
Nah, you know what I like? Do they have Taylor pork roll in Michigan?
Taylor pork roll.
Pork
Never
roll.
even
Pork roll.
pork rolls.
Taylor.
I'm sure they do.
It looks like it's in a big like bologna like casing, and you slice it in thick.
Oh,
and
well, we got ham.
It's called pork roll. It's
James, I need to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
It's like
Right.
how can I explain it? It's like a spam. It's like a spam.
Oh, it's kind of like a mixture. They put it into a tube.
Yeah.
Slice it up with meat. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would, next time I go, I don't go to Kroger's often, but what I do, I'll have to check that out because I generally spend, excuse me about that, but a lot of my time shopping at Aldi's, and they don't have a lunch a deli counter. So next time I go to Myers or Kroger's, I'm gonna have to check out their deli counter.
Is there an Aldi's near you, BC?
Yeah, there's one about 3 miles away from me. Yeah.
Let me tell you, you check out. Okay, next time you got time, you check out the Aldi store brand spam and the Aldi store brand corned beef hash.
Oh,
yeah. And
now
you
the
check
corned
them
beef hash, I've got about 5 cans of them sitting in my basement right now. So the corned beef hash, I've got that in the basement right now.
Well, you know what I like about
I've been thinking about trying that, but I haven't got that yet.
I mean, for breakfast, corned beef hash is great because you're combining great tasting meat with diced potatoes in one.
Yeah.
And then
it's a perfect combination. Yeah.
And then you could lay those fried eggs right on top of the corn. And, you put a bed of corned beef hash on your plate. You put them eggs right on top. Let me tell you, it's one of the best breakfasts you can have in my
opinion. Remember the text? I had hash browns this morning with my breakfast. I should have busted out the corned beef hash instead.
Yeah, and I get the hash. Oh, that's another thing. I get the hash brown potato patties, hash brown, right? hash brown potato patties from Aldi's, from Canada. That's why the quality is so damn good, with no chemicals and preservatives in it.
Yeah.
You get them from Aldi's, and they're cheap. And that's another great thing to fry up with your whatever. And then,
My goodness, Craig.
all right,
Thank
Craig,
you. Right. That's fantastic.
yeah,
Wow.
let me acknowledge.
That's awesome.
I'm lucky to have my wife 27 years so far. He has become handicapped, but still works 40 hours and does what she can around the house, even more than she should. Well, you know what? That's an old school woman.
Yeah.
That's, like when our grandmothers were around. And my grandmother was a homemaker after she left being a seamstress, because the woman can make clothing, drapes. She had a big industrial sewing machine in the basement, and she was very talented. And when she left to become a homemaker, she still used the sewing machine to make things. But those people did everything. My grandmother, we had to tear a wall down. My grandmother says nobody asked her to help. She took a sledgehammer and she started whacking the wall and tearing it down. I mean, these are old school women, and when she cooked, forget it. Christmas Eve, forget it. She cooked a banquet, and not one complaint. That's the key. Not one complaint. You try to find that in today's younger generation females. No.
Never.
Nope. They're calling DoorDash or whatever. So
they don't. They're as useless as balls on a pole. Okay, let's get back to
let's get back to that.
The stream. Tips to look after your husband. You hear that, feminazis out there?
Absolutely, you neoliberal neo-feminists, all this. So I'll just read it. We're not going to spend a ton of time on it, but I think it, if just imagine what life was, but life back then, and the preparation that just went into, life in general, I think was tremendous. So the first thing is have dinner ready. Plan ahead, even the night before, to have a delicious meal on time. This is a way of letting him know that you have been thinking about him and are concerned about his needs.
This is how you keep your husband from cheating on you, and you keep him home. If you know your husband gets home from work at 6 p.m., you start dinner. You make sure you go shopping early enough, and you start to prepare dinner ahead of time.
Way ahead of time. Most men are hungry when they come home.
6:30. He's not going to want to maybe not eat right that second. So no later than 6:30.
It's like a person who's always late for work. Well, you leave the house earlier, and you get to work on time.
Absolutely. So I think, the first one there, have dinner ready. Then the woman needs to prepare herself. Take 15 minutes to rest so you will be refreshed when he arrives. Touch up your makeup, put a ribbon in your hair, and be fresh looking. He has just been with a lot of work-weary people. Be a little gay and a little more interesting. His boring day may need a lift. So almost like okay.
Yeah, he comes through the door, give him a hug and a kiss and say, sweetheart, how was your day?
Yes, think about this, right?
How was your day? Even if he says it was rotten, I want to strangle my boss, I hate this person I work with. Let him rant. Let him get off his chest.
Clear away the clutter. Make one last trip through the house. A dust cloth over the tables. Your husband will feel that he has reached a haven of rest and order, and it will give you a lift too.
You know that clutter is bad luck in feng shui. For those that know what feng shui is, clutter is actually bad for positive chi energy entering the home.
Absolutely.
It is.
You know, Jay Terrio said something that it's kind of stuck with me. He said this maybe a couple weeks ago, and he said you can really tell when someone has put effort into something, whether it be their work, their life, their home, their relationship, so on and so forth. Because it takes no effort back to your point, James, to have clutter. It takes no effort to have clutter. But it takes effort to clear the clutter and to maintain it and to make sure that it doesn't exist.
Well, to be thorough in your
To be
life.
thorough.
To a person who does research, a person who plans out ahead of time, a person who really puts some serious thinking into their project. And, you know, and when they finally do it, you could tell that it was a well thought out plan and the person was really dedicated to doing it right. You could tell. You could tell.
Make him comfortable. Have him lean back in a comfortable chair or suggest he lie down in the bedroom. Have a cool or warm drink ready for him. Arrange his pillow and offer to take off his shoes. Speak in a low, soft, soothing, and pleasant voice. Allow him to relax and unwind.
I think you're describing the housewives of maybe the 1950s to early 60s.
That's what this is from.
June Cleaver, right?
God, I love that.
Okay, I think we beat this one to death, right? Let's see what else I got, James. What I've done is I've sort of captured some of the memes that we've kind of been tossing around and kind of put them in this Word document so I can just scroll through them. We can just have a little bit of fun with this, if that's all right. Let's see what's next. Okay, so this is...
There she is.
There she is, right?
June Cleaver.
I can nearly guarantee you what's hiding behind that apron is honey, right? Absolute honey. I mean, if she puts that much effort into dinner, everything else is exquisite, right?
Talking about the crack of her ass is loaded with honey?
Everything. Kind of like that line that I'm thinking of from The Scent of a Woman. Remember that line?
Never seen the movie, so I can't say.
Never seen the movie?
Never seen the movie.
Okay, let me try to recite it, right? Al Pacino is at a Thanksgiving dinner. His nephew works in the sugar business, like sugar like for coffee and tea and cookies and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he's sitting there, and his wife, his nephew's wife, looks like she's got a lot of frustration and pent up, frustrating, right? Maybe even sexual frustration. And he tells his nephew that, you've been in the sugar business so long, you've forgotten the taste of real honey. Right. You got to see it, BC. It's great. It's Al Pacino at probably one of his best.
You got me thinking about
movie.
Freaking, what is it? One movie with Robert De Niro and him. And there's a scene. He's talking to somebody. And Al Pacino's a cop. He's talking to some dude. It's like they're talking. It's like, yeah, you're talking, but you ain't saying nothing. You're worried about a big old fat ass. And he's talking about some chick that he's been eyeing the whole time. And it was like, dude, come on, man. We need this information type of thing. So.
Is that from Heat? Is that the name of the movie?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was from Heat.
I have that. I haven't seen that in years. Maybe it's a good day after the show to throw on a few movies. Kind of catch up on some of that old stuff. All right, what have we got here? Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah. How's the weather outside? Hot, real hot, damn hot.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah, and he's right. Well, he didn't say this, I don't think, but politicians.
No, they just use his picture. Yeah.
Should wear sponsor jackets like NASCAR drivers, then you would know who owns them.
Yes, you're absolutely right. How many, yeah, maybe we can dive into this in a minute. But how much money has your favorite or elected politician taken from these corporations? So they'll continue voting the same way. And that's why I think, James, in BC, the unfortunate thing is that when you have politicians in your pocket, nothing's really going to change, right? Or very little will change.
This is one of the most important political banners ever created for the internet. And the reason why I'm saying is, just think about it. You know, does the person you plan on voting for, regardless what they tell you during their campaign, are they really going to work for you? Do they really have your best interests at heart? And this is perfect, because you take an establishment corporate whore like the ugly old turtle-faced Mitch McConnell. He would have not only a NASCAR jumpsuit, but he would have a cape with additional companies on it. I mean, think about it. I mean, do they really give a shit about you once they get elected? Or these morons who think that the two-party system is on their side, and they believe all the bullshit coming out of the Republican and Democrat Party. These people are missing some brain cells. I mean, they really are.
Let me pull up a good picture here of your buddy Mitch, so we can actually see.
They do it, and they vote for the two-party system every single election. And this is why. And they bash Bernie Sanders. Oh, you kidding? He's a socialist. He's socialist. Well, maybe the socialism that he represents, that they have in Scandinavia, maybe those are the ones that really would work wonders for the 98% of the population. And
absolutely.
There he is. How much money does this crooked old bastard, this crooked old geezer, need to steal to be content? Well, how much money does he want?
How much is he worth? I have no idea.
I mean, is he like the pharaohs of Egypt? Is he gonna take it all with him?
Nope.
I'd say no.
Well, I mean, as far as like trying to have a crypt full of his shit, it's one thing, but actually taking it with him, no.
He has an estimated net worth 4 years ago of almost $35 million, and the stock market's only gone up, like doubled since then. So he's probably worth $100 million right now.
And his supporters,
he's 70, yeah.
And his supporters in the state of Kentucky that are living in shacks keep on reelecting him. And guess what? The people are still dirt poor, living in shacks.
Just terrible.
You know, it was like Wolf County.
Even worse now with the pandemic. So
yeah, Wolf County, Kentucky. Yeah, with the economy and the job market being shot from the pandemic, it's even worse now.
Yeah.
They keep on reelecting him because I think it has to do with their cult religion. The evangelicals, when they think of progressives, they think of they're baby killers, abortion. Listen, a fertilized egg or an embryo that breathes like a fish is no more a baby than an acorn is an oak tree. It's only a potential life. Is that what old ugly turtle face looked like when he was young?
That's a picture of him when he was in high school.
Did he have any idea he was going to turn out looking like a freak?
So I always like to, this is interesting. Here's what he looked like when he was a young man, probably a nice young man, probably didn't have anything bad to say about anybody. And, here's what the old, got to try to find the picture here. That's what he looks like today.
The old turtle head.
79 years old, James. Not a little old to be
They should put him in a damn turtle sanctuary, not a nursing home.
It's a little old to be
I mean,
calling the shots.
just think about how fucking stupid the American voter really is.
I know.
They are dumber than a bag of rocks, and then that includes the MAGA red hat people.
The don't look up people.
Okay, now
Here we go.
we're going to talk about nutrition and proper diet.
Well, and I must say, I didn't have as much time to spend on this as I want. So this is in no particular order. So it's kind of like a Wheel of Fortune type thing. We're going to spin the wheel, and you'll just get whatever the next one is.
That's
changing.
right. Like the way Ronald Terrio on Fandango Friday shakes that party bucket with the
Correct
with the airline bottles inside, and he just randomly selects one.
You know, James, that's not a bad idea. To sort of maybe in the future shows, you have a wheel. If you can somehow create a wheel, and behind the wheel are topics, and we just spin the wheel, and then that's kind of like, that wouldn't be kind of fun, right?
I wish I had one of those wheels behind me.
You can do one electronically. I've seen it. You can create an electronic spin wheel, and then you can add your own.
Yeah. Well, this is nice. Just randomly save different ones as they appear to you on the internet. And
actually, let's take a look here, James, because this is kind of interesting. So I could say, okay, we just sort of make one right now, right?
Where'd you find this?
I'm just making it right now. You can actually, I had no idea, you sort of tell me, anyway, we could work on this later, and then you press the spin button and it'll just spin, and then whatever it stops on, we can click to spin.
In other words, whatever it stops on, then you go and retrieve the screen share article that pertains to the topic.
Okay, I just came up. This is class leading production value that we have today. We're going to use this the next time we're in here. All right.
Is there any way you could select like a black background with a colored wheel?
Yeah, I'm sure we could make some. We can customize it here. So we have spin time, the amount of time it spins, the number of names on the wheel, the appearance of it. We can change the colors, so we can have one color per person. We can customize it. We can apply a theme. You think you can make it look more like a casino Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, I'll spend some time on this thing.
Yes, yeah, spend some time another. Hold on, Bob. I think this is really.
Isn't this great, James? I literally just thought of this. This is okay. This is getting, and then we could take from the field. Okay, hey Bart, what do you want us to talk about? We'll toss it in here, and then we'll just let the thing spin.
Right, and but when BC is barbecuing, he has the right to interrupt when he goes outside and shows the food on the barbecue.
We could even ask BC, hey, what do we want BC to do next week? Right?
No, I don't want to like put pressure on him about what to cook. He knows what he wants.
Yeah, because doing a pork loin or ribs, I want to be like repetitive about it, but it was like that one time when I ended up doing them bacon bombs.
Well,
it was like,
there's only so many things you can find in the market to barbecue.
Honest. What do you got? Ribs or pork loin, meatloaf?
Now, are people going to say? People going to say, "Oh no, BC is barbecuing baby back ribs again"? Ooh, no, we're going to go. Ooh, we love baby back ribs.
All right, this has got me so excited for future shows to have this wheel of names.
I think it's cool. I think
it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, once you spend time,
I'll spend some time on this.
Farting around with it, But anyway, getting back to nutrition. But first, I want to say hi to Mr. Bart Robinson.
Hello, Bart. Thanks for joining.
Bart is a fitness enthusiast, which I'm very happy to hear. And fried flounder hoagie, really? Yeah, that sounds really tasty. From my local sub shop tonight. Fried flounder, fried, and then lettuce, tomato, onion, and tartar sauce. Of course. Now, tartar sauce is interesting. Tartar sauce is really easy to make. It's nothing but mayonnaise, pickle relish, and lemon juice.
Yeah.
Just like cocktail sauce for shrimp is ketchup and chopped horseradish. And, whoever thought of, let's make a sauce that would taste great on fish. Okay, mayonnaise, pickle relish, and lemon juice. And it turns out it tastes fantastic on fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people change out the relish for, was it capers? So
I never I've seen dill in a tartar sauce. And the reason why I think they use dill is because dill weed is very common to use with seafood recipes.
Yeah. So like if I make a seafood salad or a Neptune salad, they generally call for dill weed. Yeah.
Dill weed and also celery is also very popular with like clam chowders and fish soups and steamed clams. But anyway, that list of fruit that he brought up before, I have read articles about the soursop fruit being a very effective cancer destroyer, and you can also make tea from the leaves. Now, the soursop originated in Latin America, in Mexico, I think Mexico, Central America, and the Spanish call it guanabana, and the Philippine people call it guayabano. And it is
wasabi.
Yeah, it makes one of the most delicious milkshakes. I always used to order frozen soursop milkshake. And it's one of the tastiest tropical fruits. And it is, if you live in the tropics, definitely grow the trees, because it is actually in the medical field, in the vitamin industry, it's called graviola. So if you want to find soursop, just look for graviola, graviola. And then also look at that mangosteen for leukemia. And the list goes on and on. Papaya, and I know papaya and mango are very high in value, nutritional value. Pomegranate, antioxidants. Avocado is fantastic, very healthy.
Is that big enough for you, James? Can you read that? I know you're struggling
I
there.
can read it. Star fruit I never had before. What's up on top? Coconut. Actually, young coconut milk or juice has to be the best sports drink you can possibly have. You can possibly drink. It's loaded with electrolytes, and it really blows away anything that's sold in stores, any Gatorade or.
I've heard people, James, if they've had a little too much, let's say they woke up with the hair of the dog, some coconut water helps replenish those lost electrolytes due to consuming alcohol. If you have a hangover, try the coconut water.
Well, even dry fruit blows away any sports drink when it comes to minerals, electrolytes. Any dry fruit like California black mission figs, apricots. Some people say apricots. Plums, which are prunes, dates. They're all powerhouses in minerals. So if you're an athlete and you want to carb load and take in a lot of electrolytes, definitely eat dry fruit. I don't care if it's mango, papaya. They're all excellent. They're all excellent. Bart Robinson, he's probably talking about the white bread in the hoagie and the roll, not the fish, but the hoagie. I don't eat. I refuse to eat iceberg lettuce because it has very little or no nutritional value.
It's just a in accompaniment. It makes the sandwich but to your point, people are saying, "Oh, I'm going to have a salad." Yeah.
Well, if you're choosing dark leafy green lettuce of different varieties, or romaine lettuce is high in nutritional value. Romaine lettuce is excellent. It has good calcium. Okay, all right, here we go. Representative Susan Lee, Democrat from Nevada, failed to properly disclose more than 200 stock trades between early 2020 and mid-2021. Together, the trades are worth as much as $3.3 million. Now, is this equivalent to insider trading?
Absolutely.
This woman's a crook.
Look, I just pulled, let me just kind of refine what I am trying to say here. I pulled, Congress insider trading or something to that effect. And this lady came up, right? And the thing is that because she's a lawmaker, these people know what's going to happen sort of before it's released to the public or it's voted into a law. So she's able to trade on that information before. So there, let's just say, for example, we're going to give Tesla a big tax break so they can build this factory in Texas. Well, you might just buy a bunch of Tesla stock because this is going to cause the stock price to go up. Or we're going to vote on certain legislation to reduce the taxes or to reduce regulation on things. It's I certainly don't have any of this information, but this woman, as unfortunate as it is, and these people, because they are elected officials, I think it's their duty, and I'd have to check and see if it's a law, and certainly I'd have to disclose every trade I make on my tax return because I need to report any gain or loss. But this woman, Susie Lee, a Democrat from Nevada, 200 stock trades, $3.3 million, BC. That sucks, right?
Yeah, it does. It's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? I mean,
we'd be going to jail if it was any of us doing it. Man.
It sucks. You're right. We'd be going to jail. Right, James?
Damn right.
I don't know if you're ever there when I see that little piranha there, if you're in the bathroom or if you're...
Well, that means I skedaddled. That means I'm somewhere, but I can still, I'm not far from you. Bart says, indeed, Gatorade and the like is pure junk. It's sugar. It's
you want to get Pedialyte, man, at the very least.
Yes, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. If you go to Walmart, you can get the Walmart brand Pedialyte, and I've had it when I was in the desert of Baja, Mexico. We had ice cold lemon lime flavored Pedialyte from Walmart, and it was perfect. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Speaking of wonderful, we now have Mr. Geordie from the country of Scotland. How are you, Geordie?
Hello, Geordie.
Hello, I'm just back from the supermarket, and I got some beer. I don't know if you can see me.
Oh, you're walking from the market. Do they have at nighttime? Do they have leprechauns in Scotland, or is that only?
One just popped out of the bush in the back there, man. Watch out!
Oh shit!
You're right, Bart.
This is cool.
This is
where he's from.
Me gold. Where is me gold? Me lucky charms. Where is me lucky charms?
I got me lucky charms. I got the beer right here. So yeah, I'm walking back from the supermarket. I'll come and join you guys on the computer.
Perfect.
What did I do?
So yeah, I'll see you all soon.
All right, Jordy, get home safe. We'll see you shortly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, brother.
I didn't
Good
know.
night for now.
Yeah, we'll see you when you get home. All right, second Bill of Rights. This is something that the Republicans put a stop to. If he would have got away with the second Bill of Rights, believe me, the 98% would have been hunky-dory, peachy keen right now.
The unfortunate thing about this, James, is I don't have exact years or when it happened, but Franklin gave one of his famous fireside chats back in the day, and he made mention. He actually called out during one of his speeches the second Bill of Rights, and I think it's worth. I'll just go down every single one of them, and I'll ask everyone either in the panel, watching at home, or in this panel, to raise your hand if you disagree with any of these things. So the second Bill of Rights suggests that every American has the right to a job. Raise your hand if that's a bad idea. If it's a bad idea. It's a great idea, right? Every American has the right to a job. They do. They certainly do. An adequate wage and decent living. A decent home. Medical care. Economic protection during sickness, accident, old age, or unemployment. And finally, a good education. Back to what James was saying, these in my opinion, are all like the foundation of what we strive to be as decent human beings and the great country that America is, was, could be, so to speak.
Yeah.
But James, maybe you could just classify here why in your opinion was this, because the unfortunate thing is, before I let you, he passed away shortly after the speech was given, and unfortunately was not able to move any of these things forward.
Yeah. Well, he had post-polio syndrome, and his presidency was spent in a wheelchair, which he very cleverly kept secret. And my original co-host, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman, who is not with us anymore, he was a huge fan of FDR and his second Bill of Rights. And of course, the Republicans threw a monkey wrench in there because it would mean that corporations will be defanged. I think he's the one that started corporate regulations to undemonize them, and defanging the wicked, greedy corporate giants is what the Reverend Dr. Bill used to say. Actually, he's the one that named all my internet pages Progressive Discussions. He's the one that came up with the name, God rest his soul. And yeah, I mean, just by reading it, it's pro 98%. It really is. Hey, look who's back, the old Russian bot, the troll.
Yeah, I seen something like that on Ron Ontario show this morning, Dawn Busters. I'm gonna read what the hell it was saying.
Hey, here's a good one. The Keto diet, which is the old Dr. Robert C. Atkins program, ketogenic diet, which actually goes back to his mentor, Dr. Carlton Fredericks, and even before him, Richard Passwater. This is the healthiest diet to be on. You don't count calories. You don't measure portions. You just measure carbs. You cut out the refined carbs, which is white flour, white sugar. Now, here we got.
Let me get that a little bigger for you, James.
Yeah, you can have all the veggies you want. You can have all the meat and fish and eggs and cheese you want. And you can have all the fats you want. I mean, not hydrogenated processed fats like margarine, but regular fat. All the fats you want, which stabilize blood sugar and control hunger. You can have all the cream you want, all the cheese you want, all the nuts and seeds you want. You can have.
I've never heard eggs classified as dairy before. That's interesting.
Well, you can have all the eggs you want. You can have a dozen freaking eggs for breakfast on this program.
So you can have, so let's say, okay, because people are probably confused at home. Well, what does this mean? Well, for breakfast, you can fry your eggs in butter, right?
And you can have sausages and you can put cheese on in your breakfast, and you can.
And then you can have bacon with those eggs.
You can have all the bacon you want. You just can't have like the white toast. No white rice, no white sugar of any kind.
You can put peppers in your eggs.
Yeah, it's veggies. All the veggies you want.
So then for lunch, people are like, well, what do I eat for lunch? Okay, lunch, let's have a nice spinach salad, maybe some celery sticks.
And you can put some grilled fish on top of it, or
how about some salmon? Exactly.
A big, huge chicken breast on top of your salad.
Put some sunflower seeds in that salad.
Yeah.
Right.
You can put cubed Swiss cheese, or feta cheese, or
some avocado. You can slice up an avocado on top of that salad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
no sugar. That's it. Yeah. No white flour. No white rice. You can have brown rice, but not too much. You can have real whole grain bread, but not too much. Maybe one slice. But it's really not bad.
This is what you can't eat.
What you can't eat. Can't. Okay. So sodas, sugary drinks, rice, bread. Well, they mean like starchy bread. Pasta, which is as regular pasta, not the whole wheat. Ice cream, candy, all alcohol. Well, you know what's funny? Vodka is the least problematic of all the booze, of all the liquors. Has the least amount of carbs. I'll be honest with you. It's vodka. White potatoes, but you can have sweet potatoes, because that's got a lot of it's a lot of fiber, and it's low on the glycemic index. It is low glycemic.
No pop.
Yeah, no pop. Juices, cereal.
What do you call pop where you live? That's an interesting question.
Soda.
You call it soda. I call pop. How about you, BC?
The same thing, pop.
Pop. Yeah, it's like where in the country does
that's the thing. Now, if I go to the store, they get pop. I'm going to say, I'm going to go get pop. But if I'm at the restaurant, what's at the soda fountain machine? It's one of them.
Well, why do they call soda soft drinks by me? Isn't any liquid soft?
Well, that's because of the hard liquor.
Oh,
that's true.
Hard liquor. So
soft meaning non-alcoholic, I think, right?
Yeah.
But the diet is really, you know what it is? When you have all your essential fats and oils and everything, your appetite is under control. So you don't have the munchies for like sugary things. You feel full, because just think about it. You eat a big ass steak, with a big ass salad.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, James. Here's what you can eat, and it's as much as you want to get full, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you have to weigh everything out. Like I can only have 3 ounces of pork or whatever. Eat a whole pork loin if you want to, right?
It's not like freaking Weight Watchers where you have to measure everything, and everything has a point value.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's tough to. Let's see what else I got here.
It's not bad. Okay, these are infusions. Like if you soak, if you put mint and cut lemons and ginger in water, and you let it soak for a certain amount of time, it becomes an infusion. I don't know how long it takes to make an infusion. Oh yeah, Atkins, and I met him one time in Barnes and Noble. I was talking to him. Yeah, I used to listen to his mentor Carlton Fredericks every day when I was a kid. They demonized him because the toxic food industry and the medical profession and the registered dietitians were in cahoots. They demonized it because they knew it would prevent many diseases, including obesity in humans. They knew it was good. Cholesterol does not in itself. No, it's oxidation. It's an oxidation process. Free radicals cause the lesion in your arterial wall. Yes, it is. It is insulin resistance, and it is the refined carbs that causes the lesion. And then your body attempts to patch up the hole in your arterial wall with plaque. And it is a free radical issue, but it's mostly refined carbs that cause heart disease. And even cancer cells feed on sugar. They love to feed on sugar.
Yeah.
So Bart Robinson is right on the money. Now, when BC is getting hungry and he wants to warm up his pork loin, let me know, BC.
I think I'm going to have to get a can of cider here. Let me just maybe be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Lamb? I don't think there's much meat on a lamb's tail.
No, but I mean, it reminds me of the oxtails. It's like some people cook oxtail like, I don't know, they would with what's that meat that they use for it's a stew, like beef stew. Ground chuck, I think, or chuck roast.
You know what? It's all good.
Yeah.
I love it all. Now, Bart Robinson is right. There is a coconut oil can withstand high temperatures without burning. You can use coconut oil for deep frying, for stir frying, and I use the extra virgin cold pressed coconut oil from Trader Joe's, and they also have the other coconut oil that's not extra virgin, where you can use that for frying. And it won't burn. It's great if you're going to stir fry in a wok. You need high temperature to do so. So you can use that. What's the other one? Peanut. Well, actually, coconut oil is better than peanut oil, but there's 2 types. Now, like I mentioned, but extra virgin olive oil is not what you would want to use for frying because it's more of a condiment for flavor. I would use
like how they put it on salads. Yeah.
I would use the second press of the olive, the one that's lighter green. You can use that, or sunflower seed oil. You can use that. But Bart is right about coconut oil. It's great for the immune system. It's good for the brain health. It's really good. What do we got?
Oh, so it's brain food. Oh, look at that.
We give them a blow up here. 2 Towns Cider House. Outsider. Wow. Outsider. It's very clever.
Only fresh pressed Northwest apples. This is an unfiltered cider made with Johnny Gold apples. It's 5%. This is a 19.2 ounce can. So you call this like a stovepipe can, kind of a tall.
So the company is 2 Towns.
Yeah, can you see that? It's made in Oregon.
Maybe I can find a Northwest cider company that'll ship to New Jersey.
I still need to get your address, James. I need to arrange a shipment.
Oh, I thought I gave it to you already.
Let's work on that this week.
Yeah, I wanna definitely What was the one that you thought I might like? The dry one, right?
It's called Yonder.
Just a dry
Yonder.
dry.
Yeah,
This is excellent.
That
So this is what it looks like.
That company is called Yonder.
No, this one here is called
what he's gonna
Outsider.
show you is Younger.
This is called Two
Yeah,
Town Cider House.
Two Town Cider House.
This is excellent, but this is a little sweeter. But even so, it's not terrible. If you can see I know this is so blurry. This is why that light would help. 150 calories. It's got 13 grams of carbs for 12 ounces. For a cider, it's not terrible.
Well, my idea of a sweet cider that's just way too sweet would be like what is it, Woodchuck brand? Any nationally advertised hard cider is too sweet for me.
Now, what's nice is because it's unfiltered.
Yeah.
If you can see here how cloudy.
Yeah, I was about to say it's gonna be cloudy. Yeah.
How cloudy that is, right? So if I can get the light in there, maybe.
Well, that's good. That's good.
This is excellent. This is, and it's not that heavy. It's only 5%. So you know,
you got the mother of the apple in there. As they call it.
Yeah. So cheers.
Yeah.
This is excellent.
Cheers. Like with apple cider vinegar, they call it the mother of the vinegar.
Yeah.
And very refreshing. My goodness.
Oh, I can imagine, and I can imagine how refreshing it is. You know, when you're thirsty in the summertime.
Yeah, the summertime here. The joke is that in where I live in Western Washington, summer starts on the 5th of July because it always rains on the 4th, and then it ends on the day after Labor Day. So we get like 2 months of nice weather. But today is another nice day. It's not raining here today. It's cold. It's probably 39 degrees. So it's not that warm. But yeah, here you go. You sent me this one, James.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get that. No, that's not it either. How about Fangul? There we go. China is building basically water highways for cargo ships. Oh, like canals, hundreds of feet in the air. Cargo ships but they're advanced. I'm convinced mainland China is more technologically advanced than people think today in America. They keep it a secret. You notice the American media keeps everything that's going on in mainland China a secret. Meanwhile, people in Virginia have been stuck in traffic for up to 20 hours because of a 6-truck pileup during a snowstorm. And China is building.
I know, right?
And hundreds of feet in the air, like an aqueduct, like a canal. You might as well say it's a man-made it's an elevated man-made canal for a cargo ship. You know how big that is? I mean, just it's mind-boggling how huge that would have to be.
You know, it's not only how big it is, but you know how ambitious that is. That's pretty ambitious to build an aqua canal or a duct or whatever. You know how big them ships are? What happens if there's an accident? The concrete fails.
That is true, right? You know,
I mean, when you think of a container ship, you're thinking of an astronomically huge and heavy vessel traveling hundreds of feet in the air. How the hell could this support? You know, maybe their imagination has run wild here.
Yeah, I got the best of them.
Yeah, how can that support the weight of a cargo ship?
And what happens if it's a real windy day? Oh, here's a cargo.
Or I don't know.
I'll have to look him up, Bart. Thank you.
Look him up. Man. Scientists could not detect any adverse reactions to money. Well, what about becoming an evil bastard? I mean, you know, Greedy, evil scumbag. That's an adverse side effect of money.
What else we got here?
Look how many Ben Franklins are in his. Holy crap! All right. Oh, who's this guy now? He's gonna sneeze.
His shirt's a little too tight on him. Look at that. You ever seen some of those guys that wear these shirts that are like 3 sizes too small?
Yeah, I know. Listen, I know.
It looks like it's spray painted on.
I used to do security when I first got involved with professional wrestling. I did security with my friend, and there was this dude that all he did was brag about how all the girls love to rub his chest and his shoulders. He's a big macho man, but he was a short guy. And he used to buy polo shirts like 2 sizes too small, so it made him look bigger. That was so fucking funny. That was so funny. His name was Jeff Peters.
You know, that reminds me of a joke. I forget who was telling it, but it was like this one comedian I was watching, Gary Sandling. What he had is like an old talk show way back when. And he had some comedian on there. He's going on. It's like, yeah, I started like having this run-along joke where he was saying he was losing weight, but he was like skinny as hell. But what he would do is like every week or every other week, he would buy a pair of pants that was like a size bigger. And it's like, okay, if you're a 40, next week you're going to buy a 42 size pants. Then the next time it's going to be a 44. And then after that, it's going to be like a 46.
So it
then
looked like he was losing weight.
So the pants get bigger, but he stays the same. And he says, look how much weight I've lost.
Oh, man. Now, Bart, you're right. All these has the extra virgin coconut oil. I think it's $5 a jar. You're absolutely right. Okay. Yeah, coconut oil is the worst thing you can put in your body. Yeah, right. The worst thing you can put in your body is margarine, which doctors were telling people to eat all the time. It's poison. It's toxic. Sugar. What about white sugar? You know, in a hospital, the registered dietitians, Bart, they have to get a master's degree to be a registered dietitian in a hospital. You ever see the cardio menus they put together for the cardiovascular patients? You know, the food menus. It's all high sugar and high refined carbs. I mean, they're giving heart patients this garbage.
Why is that?
Because they don't know anything about nutrition. They pretend to know. A cardiologist will not give you the right advice if you're a heart patient. They'll give you bullshit advice. I was going to say outdated. No, it's always been bullshit advice. Okay, stadiums are a great study of how little space people take up and how much space their cars need. Yeah, look at the parking lot. Look at the park.
What else we got?
You know, the rip-off crooks that run Giant Stadium over here for the New York Jets and Giants. They charge people to park in the parking lot. This is on top of the tickets they have to buy.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what's it cost to park next to a stadium? It's got to be like $40-$50 or some bullshit like that.
And look at the bullshit prices for a hot dog in a stadium.
What about a beer? That's expensive to sell too.
Yeah, a cheap beer, mind you.
Yeah.
How much is a beer there? About $15?
I have no idea.
Starting out $7.
It's just too fucking.
Same thing with the boardwalk on the Jersey Shore. They have they have new rules that if you go to a beach that has a boardwalk with amusements, you have to pay a cover charge to get on the beach, a cover charge to change into your bathing suit. You can't bring food or beverages on the beach. They want you to go and buy the fucking hot dog and refreshments on the boardwalk and like pay $6 for one damn hot dog.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't even bring your own?
No, they won't let you bring your own. You know what? It's a racket. It's all racketeering. It seems like there's more scammers calling me on my phone than ever before. Everything is a scam. Everything is highway robbery. There is nothing positive about today's capitalism. Okay, all three men convicted in Ahmed Aubrey's murder, sentenced to life in prison. Good, yes, I say good. But I'm glad Bart Robinson brought up about the cardiologist's advice, because when my grandmother was alive and she was having heart attacks and heart surgery because she's certain reasons. The cardiologist told her to throw away your natural vitamin E and all your supplements. Throw them into the wastebasket.
James, go back to that for a minute, because I think I stepped away. Why would a cardiologist purposely feed you lies? I mean, why would they?
What do you want, Rocket? What do you want?
Because they want to put you on the operating table, and because they make a ton of money off surgeries. The hospital, the cardiologist, they want to, there's nothing ethical about anything in this
country. They can't make money off you if you're not sick.
Yeah, good customers for American healthcare do not consist of healthy people.
Yeah, that's a good
why
point.
My friends in China, they say that the American healthcare system is very dishonest and corrupt. I said, what else is new? I told him. He says, yeah. Anyway, Bart's bringing up some very good points. Today's Republican Party, rich people using religious people to convince poor white people that compassionate people are out to get them. You know what? That's a gem. That's a gem.
That one should be saved in the deep archives, right, James?
Oh yeah. But you got me excited with that spinning wheel.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that great?
It makes me think of that. What is that? Blood, sweat, and tears. What goes up must come down.
Oh, that's a great song.
Spinning wheel, got to go round.
See, this is what you do. Yeah. So maybe what we do, for collaborating for future shows, to your point, we just load the topics in there, because we're kind of on a round robin here today. And I'll be honest with you, I was at a birthday party late yesterday. Had some stuff to do today.
It's a good round robin because all the posts are good. They're all like, now we're gonna see some comedy about dentistry and back in the.
I think we lost. Hang on, I think we lost the. I can get there real quick. We lost the picture of the. Yeah, here we go.
Must come down, spinning wheel. Got to go round. Now we have somebody getting his.
I don't need you to treat me like that.
They don't. Quack quack. They don't do cosmetic dentistry back in the old days. They just yank them. They just yank them. What goes up?
So look at this person here. They've got like
inflate that sucker.
The boot on the guy's shoulder, and then this guy's like trying to hold the head still while they've got the pliers around the.
Zoom in there.
See if I can't get zoomed in here.
Try to zoom it. There we go. Look at it.
Well, see, I zoom in and then
Oh shit!
Oh, hang on here. I think that might be as. Let me try it this way. I've got a couple of ways of doing this. There we go.
Now look, he's got the boot on his head and something like that.
So they've got the boot on his shoulder. Yeah, exactly. The boot on the shoulder, and then the pliers. This is just you would hesitate to say this is inhumane, but this is the best technology they had at the time, right?
Yeah, like Doc Holliday in Tombstone, Arizona. He was a dentist. He had tuberculosis, but he was a dentist, and Doc Holliday, he just gave you a bottle of whiskey. There was no Novocaine. Gave you a bottle of whiskey, and he just pulled your teeth. Oh, here we go. Today's kids. What kids today are learning? The louder you are, the more attention you get. Insults and assertions win arguments. Demonizing everyone you disagree with is okay. Being offended makes you right. Yeah, tell that to Mark Zuckerberg, who put you in Facebook prison for offending someone. Being offended makes you right. Do all the above makes you famous. Good luck, America. Heaven forbid you should offend somebody. I mean, yeah, coconut is great stuff. I'll show you what I've been using as a moisturizer. All right, Jordy's back. Hold on, let me
stop sharing my screen here, James, so that you can show Jordy what he's been using.
What goes up? What? Quick at home.
Well, before I stop sharing, though, we just have to do, because I just took a COVID test at home yesterday, but this is a quick at-home COVID test. It doesn't cost you anything.
Step 1, stick finger up anus as far as possible. Sniff finger. Yeah, that might just work.
Isn't that funny?
I'm sure we have more screen shares, but let me just show.
Yeah, we can get back to it here. Let me stop here for a second.
Let me just show everybody. This is a new product by Gold Bond, the famous Gold Bond company. It's called Pure Moisture, and you can use it on your face and anywhere on your body. And it's not greasy. It absorbs instantly, and it's great. It's great because in the winter time I get dry hands, and I get dry skin in general. And Pure Moisture. I got it from Amazon Prime, and it's great.
Gold Bond is a very old company too. They're a great company.
Oh yeah. Gold Bond is pretty damn good. But anyway, Jordy. So what did you have to eat today so far?
Spaghetti and meatballs.
That's what I'm gonna heat up. I tell you what I'm gonna do today. I got good leftovers. I got spaghetti and homemade sauce and meatball leftover that I froze.
Oh.
And from early in the week, that's what I cooked. I'm gonna eat that. No, first I'm gonna eat. Listen to this. I didn't have breakfast or lunch. I had nothing. I'm gonna warm it up now. First, I made organic sprouted steel cut oatmeal porridge with tropical guava fruit, Himalayan pink salt, and some coconut oil. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to warm it up now. Then I'm going to eat, after the show, the spaghetti meatball. I made two giant meatballs. Then after that, later on tonight, I'm going to warm up some shrimp chow fun rice noodle that I had left over from last night's Chinese food.
Enjoy.
And that's what I'm going to have. But now I'm going to warm up the porridge, the oatmeal, and I'm going to eat it in honor of Jordy, right in front of him.
James, I had Polish sausage called cabanos. It's so good. It's like this Polish dried salami sausage.
Oh, like kielbasa.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, something like that. I'll show you a bit. I'll try
like kielbasa. Jason Cleveland was called away for dinner momentarily, and he will
Just a very quick snack, James. I'll be right back.
okay. Yeah. Actually, you know what? When George comes back, I just have to turn. I have to turn the heat on my steam pot to get the that wonderful oatmeal going. I'll be back in a flash. But when Jordy comes back, him and BC could banter back and forth, and I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Or
Cool, James. I'll post a picture of those Polish sausages on Everything Is Food.
oh, you mean the Polish sausage?
Yeah, I'll post that up on Everything Is Food Facebook group.
Oh, well, you could. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I used to get freshly made smoked Polish sausage when I lived in my hometown. The next town over, which is Garfield, New Jersey, has a huge Polish community, and they have a lot of these pork stores, where they make their own. They smoke their meats on the premises, and they make everything there, which includes homemade sauerkraut, with little pieces of slab bacon in there, and I'd say at least several different types of kielbasa sausage.
Nice.
Kielbasa sausage is pretty good.
Yeah, smoked kielbasa is really good. Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go and get a smoke. So I'll be BRB.
Talking about I was thinking about picking up one of them family packs of kielbasa and, cut off a couple of pieces of it and put it in the refrigerator, and then get the rest of it, just bag it up and throw it in the freezer and save it for later. Because sometimes I get the hankering for like having that Polish kielbasa, and sometimes it even goes great with breakfast. Take one, put it in half, and have it instead of sausage.
Well, instead of hot dogs, I used to get, like you said, a large volume of smoked kielbasa sausages, and I used to cut them up in portions that I feel would be good enough for me. And I would cut them up, and you can Ziploc in the freezer bag without wrapping them because they're already cooked, they're smoked.
Yeah.
They won't freeze in one block together like raw meat does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I would take out enough for one meal, and then I would freeze the rest. And then if I want to make it again, I just
pull out that bag or whatever.
Yeah, I just reach in and take out, a couple of big long links of kielbasa and let it defrost. Put the bag back in the freezer. You don't have to worry about anything going bad on you.
Yeah.
Now, if you smoke meat, it's going to be good for a long time in refrigerator. But I know it's not easy for you to get supplies for your smoker grill because transportation problem,
Yeah, and the thing is Scooter, okay, let's get it fixed. That could be another week to 2 weeks before it's fixed. And you got the buzz, but the one that runs by my house here, it doesn't run on Saturdays or Sundays. So it's like kind of screwed.
Now, on the scooter, do you have those baskets on both sides to put groceries in?
No, but I do have like a rack on the back. So it was like about a 12-pack of moose head, and it comes in a big old box. And anyways, I got a bunch of bungee cords underneath the seat, and what I do is I throw like 3 or 4 of them. Anyways, I throw 2 one way, and then I throw 1 or 2 the other way, and it keeps it solid on the thing. But when you start getting into like say the birthday bags, the bags themselves, there's like a little hook right there where I keep my legs at, where you just put the handle on this hook and you just keep the bags right there in between your legs, and you just ride off. But you're still limited to how much you can carry at one time on a scooter, though.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Well, I remember that motorcycles, they have these saddlebags that they go on both sides. They were pretty secure, you know, if you put groceries in, because you can really
I'm gonna have to check into that. Yeah.
Because you gotta have one on each side. You have to have 2 because you want to be able to bring home the groceries that you need.
Yeah.
Bring them home. You know, and I tell you, I've seen scooters that the people that own them tell me they'll go like 100 miles an hour.
Oh, I'm sure they could. Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You start getting 150 cc or more. Yeah. They're getting almost to motorcycle like speed there.
Yeah. No, they're. Oh, is that Aventinus?
That's Franciscan or Wise beer. Have you had it?
Oh no! Oh yeah, I had that one time. The other one, I love the Aventinus Weissen. Wheat beer from Germany, but that's good. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jordy. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, bro. Cheers.
Did you just pick these up, or were these already chilling in the fridge?
Oh, I just picked these up from the store.
Okay, sweet.
I picked up a bottle of this and 10 of Ries. This is like cheap French beer.
Well, let's see that.
You can get 10 of Ries for a $5.
That's very cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap beer. 4%. It's selected for Asda. Asda's basically like Walmart. Yeah, it's cheap shit.
So with 10 of those, that's pretty much going to carry you into the evening then, right?
Yeah, basically.
Probably not last to tomorrow.
Oh no, those will be done by tonight. For sure.
That's what I love to
know
hear.
it. Yeah, that's wheat beer I've got right here. Oh, Franciscan. This isn't cheap. This is good stuff.
Yeah, that's probably like 3 pounds a bottle, right?
I think it was £2, £2.20.
Okay, 220.
Yeah, 220. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So what's for dinner, BC?
I'm still debating about busting out pork loin. I'm still kind of full from that soup I had earlier.
Reheat the pork loin?
Yeah.
The fruit of the loin?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Hold on, I go let my dog in.
All right. James, I was going to comment. The locks, you had kind of trimmed the locks very, very high and tight about 2 months ago, and then now the locks are kind of in need of a.
Oh, my hair? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it grows like weeds.
What do? Do you have a set of shears at home and you just kind of buzz it off yourself, or?
I go to Supercuts, whatever.
$16. Oh, that's a cute cat.
Yeah, this is Junior. He's actually got 3 legs. He's only got 3 legs. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, I remember you showed us that. Yeah, because it got hit, right?
Yeah. But he's a warrior, man.
Does he love snuggling?
Yeah. He's the friendliest cat you'll ever meet in your life.
Very cute. You know, if people were like cats, we wouldn't have any problems in the world, right?
Well, male cats, I like them because you can play more vigorously with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you snacking on, James?
Organic sprouted steel cut oatmeal with guava fruit and turbinado, brown sugar, and cinnamon, Himalayan pink salt, and coconut oil.
That sounds really nice, James. That sounds Christmassy with that cinnamon.
That looks spectacular.
Hey, Jordy.
Good. Got any raisins in that?
Nice, man. Yeah.
Guava fruit. Yeah, this is a sprouted. My first time I'm trying this, a sprouted organic oatmeal.
Not bad. What are you drinking, BC? You drinking a beer?
No, I've got water tonight.
Water?
Yeah, water.
I got
Can
some
we
water.
I was pretty heavy last night with the drinking, so trying to get rehydrated.
You had a few? You had a few beers last night, BC?
Yeah.
What did you have last night?
So you're detoxifying like Michael Hill.
Well, only for about a couple of days until or at least a day anyway. Because I bought some hop slam from Bell's Beers. And I've been waiting to drink this Bell's Beers. This hop slam is so awesome. I can't wait to drink it. I didn't feel like drinking today, so that's why I was waiting.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna say that's aggressive. That's an aggressive pour for sure.
Damn. You see that spelling there?
Yeah.
Get the cat. The cat will lick it up.
Yeah, I think the cat was next to it, but none of it
Let's see
spelled
some more of that cat. That's a cute cat.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Junior. It didn't spill on him, but he got a fright.
Remember the Foster's commercial? Hey, that's Australian for beer, mate.
Australian. Australian. Yeah, I have some family members from Australia. Yeah, like Crocodile Dundee kind of shit.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's not a knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. Oh, I love that. I love that movie. It's so good.
I
like the end where he starts walking out the people's heads to get to the one chick.
Yeah. And there's a bit where there's a pimp in the street and he's got these hookers and he starts a fight with them. I can't remember what happens. And there's a bit in the party scene. There's a party scene where he's doing cocaine and stuff. Oh, nice, James.
One of my exes, she was Colombian. She brought me a machete from Colombia.
Oh, holy shit!
It's got
wow.
It's got 2 roosters, fighting roosters facing each
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
If anyone breaks into your house, they're screwed. Come at them with that.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
That's awesome, James. That's awesome, man.
Made by Native Americans, South American Indians, the sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like things made by the Native Americans. I don't like souvenirs that most tourists get, tourist trap garbage.
Yeah.
All the bullshit, the T-shirts and the.
It's authentic.
Coffee. Yeah, I like something really authentic.
Yeah.
Like if I was in Scotland, I would look for real authentic things to bring home. I mean,
kill beer.
Well, I don't know about
Careful, because my computer might cut off because the wire's a bit dodgy, but
Okay.
You make good.
Oh,
Like
your
an
knife
iron.
makes my knife a little small,
That's
man.
a nice bowie. It's like
Yeah.
a little bowie knife.
Yeah.
Well, you never know if there's well, if you were in an area with like mountain lions and wolves and
Can we see that again, BC? That was so quick. It almost looks
Oh,
like it has like a nice grip on it. Yeah,
yeah, it does.
like a pistol grip.
Yeah.
I like that grip.
That is nice.
Is that a Smoky Mountain Knife Company product?
To tell you the truth,
Cold Steel?
I bought this so many years ago. I couldn't even tell you where I got this from.
Cold Steel.
Oh,
That's a good Cold Steel.
yeah. And you can see it goes all the way through the spine, so it's one piece.
Is it kind of heavy
So,
too?
yeah. I mean, it's a bit more heavier on the back end with the handle, but still, I mean,
Put it this
yeah.
way: if you were in an alley and somebody said, "Hey, hand me your wallet," and you pulled that thing out, they'd probably run away.
Yeah, they probably would. And they definitely start going away when I start going.
Yeah, exactly. Like BC's laughing when he's stabbing them, right? You know, that's when you know they're running away.
Slash. You know, like if his hand comes out to grab you, you slash his wrist. You slash.
Yeah.
This is
Jugular
what I gotta
vein.
say.
Slash him across the neck.
The criminals have more rights than the
Oh, I know.
computer cut off. Like if you defended yourself, let's say somebody said, you know, hand me your wallet, and you said, screw you, and you stabbed them. Well, then you're getting, freaking sentenced for
Manslaughter.
It's so
or whatever.
ridiculous, right? It's like, no, this is self-defense. I mean,
Either him or you.
yeah, and that's the thing, right? Oh, guess what? Well, I shot I did. I'm just kind of reciting something. I shot a burglar trying to enter my home, and then they said, well, this guy's now being prosecuted for second-degree murder. It's like, no, it's freaking either him or me, right? Like, can't you defend yourself? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh
It
yeah.
is. Like, I don't. This ain't a legal way or legal advice, so don't get me wrong. I know a few guys that got like guns, and they don't have handguns. They have like, I guess, rifles, and it's that of being. It's not much of a. I forget what the charge is, but it's like if you have somebody invade your house and you got a rifle, you're fine. But if you got a handgun, it's a different story. It's like somehow it's a felony somehow. I was like, how is that a felony?
That's
if you're protecting
ridiculous.
your own house? Yeah.
It shouldn't matter what you use. Look, I killed the guy, and he's armed, and he's threatening me and my family.
Yeah, and you know what the chances of him having an actual handgun compared to a rifle is? I'd say the chances there are probably about 90% of him having a handgun. And what's the next thing after that? It's probably going to be a shot-off shotgun. And if it's not that is going to be a knife. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think the justice system sometimes works, but in those cases, if somebody is attempting to harm you or your loved ones, or to try to steal your personal property, you should have every right to defend it, even to the death, if necessary.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the right to bear arms. So what's the problem?
Correct.
I mean, I get there's got to be rules in place and this and that, fine, but still, ultimately, we can have weapons.
So check this one out here, James. One more screen share, maybe two more screen shares.
Preventing
22 billion?
Preventing the next pandemic, depending on what that pandemic is, I guess. I mean,
Oh, God.
That's an interesting one. What else I got here?
Viruses need to, in order to mutate, they need to replicate. when your boss's income has risen 940% since 1978 and yours has only increased by 12%, it's time to stop blaming minorities for your problems. Yeah, it's more like the average worker not getting paid a living wage. I mean, how many people are making a living wage? What goes up must come down. That's Al Franken, right?
That's Al Franken. So that was Al Franken back in his heyday, and here's a picture of Al Franken now. It's just you look at the message and you're like, because this person right here told him he needed to step down, right?
Nancy Pelosi was prancing around without a mask also.
That's right.
Back in 2020.
Jordy, is that a child I hear? Is that your son?
No, that's my little brother. There's a massive age gap. I'm 26 and he's now 7 or 8.
Oh, that's your little brother.
Yeah.
There's
the kid.
That's Haggis, little Haggis.
So you're 26 and he's 7?
Yeah, there's a massive age gap. Honestly, yeah, he's my wee brother.
Look at this little kitty. He's like falling asleep on the TV here.
Yeah, he loves the attention.
So you could probably hold him all day, right?
Yeah, I do.
I like that little black spot on his nose. What's the cat's name? Junior?
Junior.
How old is he?
He'll be like 10 now.
Oh wow.
He'll be like 10 years old now, yeah.
So did you adopt the cat after the accident, or did you have him?
I had him before that. I've actually got his mum. I've got 2 cats. I've got Holly and Junior. Holly is his mum. Like, she had babies, and like, the thing was, see if you're a mother cat, right? You have to lick the kittens. You have to like take care of every single kitten and lick them to keep them alive. But like, she wasn't giving this one particular cat attention, and that was Junior. And we bathed him underwater to keep him alive and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was like, I want to keep this one. Like, my mum sold all the kittens that the mummy cat had. Like, at the start it was Marley and Holly, and then Marley died, and then we got another cat called Ziggy, and then Holly and Ziggy had babies, and then Ziggy died. But this is basically the closest to Ziggy that we have, and this is Junior.
So how did he lose his leg? Did like a car hit him or something, or?
Yeah, like he came back one morning and like his like front right paw, is it? His front left paw, his front left paw was basically like he couldn't put in any pressure on it.
Okay.
And like we later found out that he'd been hit with a car. Like, that was only
it to a veterinarian, and then the veterinarian.
Yeah, the vet actually said that. But I've got cat allergies as well, you know.
Oh geez.
So I've actually got cat fur allergies, but I can't help but holding them and cuddling them.
I know. It's like
yes.
I hear you. Yeah.
He's wanting more attention right now. I think he's wanting some food. I'm going to go and give him some ham. Come on, I'm going to get some ham. I've got cooked ham downstairs. I'm going to give him. One last look at Junior.
Let me see here.
It is. I'm going to go and feed him because he's hungry.
All right, no problem. Very cute.
Okay, what the hell's going on of me? What is going on? Oh, BC dropped that. There's
Yeah.
BC. I just want to. Oh yeah, I see it. I see it in liquor stores over here. The German wheat beers. I see all. Aventinus is great. I like it. Well, before you know it, it'll be February 1st, and then the the St. Valentine's Day Massacre on Our Wallets will be here.
Oh, yes.
Next month.
I can tell you it's already here. I was in the grocery store yesterday. They've already got all the candy. They got all the freaking stuffed animals, all the cards, all the other bullshit. And it's unbelievable. And there's the heart.
Come on, people. Have a heart. We have a heart.
We'll get straight to the heart of the matter.
Go get right to the heart of the
I
matter.
love that song about Don Henley.
And you know what? It's really what a racket! I'm telling you. You know, with the florists making all that money on something that dies in a couple days. The greeting cards, forget it. Hallmark, nobody talks like that anymore. You ever read those nauseating greeting cards? But I just want to give tips to all you people out there that receive live flowers from some rip-off florist. If you took those flowers, those roses, instead of putting them in a vase, if you hung them upside down on a wall, they will become perfect dry flowers. Something to think about. But I would get like those silk flowers or nylon or whatever the hell they are. They look so realistic. They look so realistic nowadays. Don't even waste.
They look very real. I mean, you know, if you were to have houseplants, yeah, look at this, right? Here's how much Americans spend on Valentine's Day gifts. Now, James, don't they look like they're having a great time, right?
Oh yeah.
They look nice.
Yeah.
Well, can you guess? Now, guess. Let me just ask you, how much, without you seeing it here, how much do you think Americans spend?
You mean
on average?
You mean
James?
You mean women expect to get a gift?
This is the Polish sausage that I'm talking about.
A gift? Hold on. I gotta check this out. Krakis. I know the company. Cabanusi.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good. It's like beef jerky.
Yeah, it's like beef jerky, salami, and the same thing. Oh,
I used to see freshly made cabanusi at the Polish store. Yes.
Yeah.
I highly recommend that.
That's awesome.
Let me tell you, that is a great snack to have when you're drinking good beer.
Oh yeah.
It's like no, but it looks like a limp dick.
Yeah.
Like to go with the raisin ball.
Hey,
look at that. They should do an erectile dysfunction commercial with the cabanusi. Why don't you dip it in the beer? And you can use it as the swizzle stick for me.
Dip it in the beer? All right.
Yeah, dip it in the beer. There you go. Get the thing on that cabanusi. Now take a bite.
All right, James. That's fucking nice. Hell yeah.
It's
need a few taps of the bell too.
Oh, cabanusi.
You guys ever watch the Naked Gun series?
It is Caba.
Everybody remember the Naked Gun movies back like from the 90s?
What's that, BC?
You remember the Naked Gun movies back from the 90s?
Yeah.
Those were all very funny.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, and I remember one time he was, I forget which movie it was or which one it was, but he was there making out with Anna Nicole Smith, and then she like pushes him on the couch, and then they show her shadow on the wall, and it showed her having a schlong that looked like that sausage that where it was like kind of crooked. I was like, what? Come on, man.
He was playing a tranny, right? No,
Yeah.
he was with Priscilla Presley too. Let me see that.
Oh, was it?
Cabanusi. Jordy's got the newsy. Look at that. Ah, beautiful. Good, great flavor too, I bet.
It's fresh too. And
you
even
like-
good when you drip it in the beer.
I like those banger sausages that they make in Ireland and Scotland.
Oh, those are excellent.
The bangers, especially the white ones.
I talked about them before.
The bangers. Army bangers. Army bangers. Hold on, let me get this up here. Okay. Yeah. What I was saying was, you mean to tell me women expect to get like a gift on Valentine's Day? Not just the dinner and
So the average money,
chocolates.
Americans expect to spend an average of $142 on Valentine's Day present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Present. That's not including the whining and dining.
Oh, they want whining and dining and the present? Oh my.
Now look at this, right? These are the average amounts spent by age group. So Gen Z, ages 18 to 23, $82. Millennials, $113. Gen X, my age group, BC's age group, $293.
Oh, no. See, this
$300, BC? Are you out of your mind?
Hey, listen. Listen. Al Bundy for Married with Children would not spend that. And if it's good enough
No,
for
he
Al
would not.
Bundy, it's good enough for me. And all I got to say to these companies that make people feel guilty if they don't empty their bank account for every fucking holiday. Hey, I got an itch in the middle of my forehead. Let me scratch it.
Yes, exactly. Can you believe these, as they say, can you believe this fucking guy?
$290. You know that could go for like towards rent, something. Come on, man. Car payment, utility, anything.
It's
what am I doing here?
fucking unbelievable.
Have these girls and companies lost their goddamn minds?
They're out of their mind. And a lot of them are, if they're young, they're useless as balls on a pope.
Yeah.
$27 billion, James.
Yeah, every day, Jordy, they want takeout. They don't know how to cook. They don't do laundry.
They don't know how to do nothing.
27 billion. So we'll go back to this here. And
I'm 26 and I know
restroom again. I'll be right back.
I can cook you like 36 meals. I know how to cook them, especially
you know how to cook
fish.
I know that. Oh, Pendulum. Do these girls today? Do they only pretend that they don't know how to cook? Is it because they're lazy?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're lazy. And are they also trying to scam some poor sucker sap a man to buy them takeout? They get takeout and buy them food every damn day. Yeah.
What is it called?
Oh, it's a quartz crystal. It's a pendulum. It's an obelisk, actually. I got various ones. I got different crystals.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Now, pendulum. Do these women get away with this scam because the sucker men let it happen?
No.
Yes.
Western Mike's got a question. Are women only interested in money?
Hold on. All right, Western Mike is here. Red Pill Goodness. That's right. Red Pill Goodness. Oh, there you go. Western Mike has a question. Are women these days, I guess, only interested in money? Yeah. Is it a form of glorified prostitution?
Fucking yes.
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 They're a bunch of whores. A whore. They're a bunch of whores. But Soprano's mother says she's a hoe. She's a hoe, Tony. She's a hoe. She's a hoe, Tony.
Western Mike, welcome to the chat.
What up, Western Mike? Cheers, bro.
She's a hoe.
Well, brother Mike.
How much to spend on engagement ring? Oh, goodness.
Here you go, Western Mike.
Whoa.
2 months rule.
$2 grand. 20 grand. Ah.
Age her 18 months.
And let me.
I'm lucky I've not got a woman. I do, but I don't.
I got something to inform all you young guys about the diamond rings you find in all these stores that advertise that make you sick to your stomach, like Jared and K Jewelers and like that.
Beer and sausage, what could go wrong? Especially with Polish sausage. Polish sausage. This stuff is dynamite.
Hey, Mike, this is delicious smoked sausage from made in Poland. Kabanusi, it's like beef.
And I got cheap supermarket beer as well to go along with it.
Cheap supermarket beer.
How much was that engagement ring, James?
I can only imagine. She looks like the girl. Oh yeah, that is her.
That's Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
The most glorified, all about me. I don't care about you. I'm the victim. Screw the royal family. My husband was treated like trash. All this, right?
She looks like one of the members of the royal family here in Britain. I don't follow the royal family.
You know that she wrote a book.
She's an actress and model from the United States originally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wrote a book called The Bench, and it's the biggest piece of crap book.
Yeah.
She is completely all about herself. She only cares about herself, and even the royals have shunned this.
She looks like
person.
a stuck-up cow.
Yeah, I bet the royals had her number from day one.
She's a royal pain in the ass, from what I hear.
I just want to tell you, people, about you young guys out there that have your girlfriends nagging you to take them to Jared.
Oh, yeah.
Jared, I want to go to Jared. Let me tell you something. These engagement rings, the fine jewelry, I don't even want to call it fine jewelry, that you find in these nationally advertised stores. They're very low grade diamonds. They have so many inclusions. If you had looked at it through a loop, a jeweler's loop, or like the naked eye, you might say, "Oh, it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous," and then you look at the price. Let me tell you, they're giving you cheap ass diamonds. You try to sell that engagement ring a few years down the road, and you will, just like a car, you will get offered a fraction of what you paid for it. So don't be suckered. Get a cubic zirconia for the woman. It's equal to a perfect diamond at a microscopic fraction of the cost.
What's it called?
Cubic zirconia. CZ. A CZ. And but anyway, aside from the royals, let's get back to the price of engagement rings.
Oh wow!
I mean, she is a very desirable woman, but you know what? Not high maintenance. I don't go for high maintenance.
Yeah, she does.
And
Seem
Michael,
I've been with a girl who's been high maintenance before. Oh God, no.
and Michael Hilton knows about these high maintenance women. Hey, Michael Hilton, I sent you the link. Why don't you come on? You have a lot of intellectual things to contribute. You know, you're a smart guy. Yeah, look at this. Tiffany and Company.
Pardon.
That's what I say. Yeah, Tiffany and Company. Round
That
brilliant.
was my ex.
What a racket.
That was my ex. Sorry. Right there.
They're out of their minds. Yeah, you're not going to get investment grade diamonds in any of these rings.
That's expensive. That was really good though. Yeah.
Right.
If I was going to get married, I would like my wife to get me a black ring, like just like straight up black ring. I don't wear rings. I don't really like rings, to be honest. I don't know what it is. I don't like rings, but if I was getting married, I need to wear a ring, obviously.
Well,
I would prefer a black ring, like right there.
well,
Straight
you
up
know
black.
what? You know what? Oh shit! I'm trying to figure out. Whatever. You know what? Yeah, they don't like the diagrams here are not accurate as far as what it looks like visually when you click on it. So you know what they have now, Jordy?
Yeah.
They have stainless steel and titanium wedding bands that are very, very pretty and very like sparkly, or like they're attractive. Like you wouldn't even think about stainless steel or titanium. You would think it's a precious metal. But
James, I heard of a story that this guy wanted to make his wife a wedding ring from the wreckage of the Titanic, and I think he actually managed to do it. I don't know if that story is fake or not, but I've heard that. Imagine having a wedding ring that's made from the Titanic. That would be cool, man.
Yeah, but you know how more expensive it's going to be because it's made from the Titanic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but is it really made from the Titanic? Then you got to ask yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Is it real or is he just kidding? Is it fake? You know, I don't know. But like that's a cool story.
5% of it is.
It's like the TV evangelist Peter Popoff has the miracle spring water. Is it really miracle spring water, or is it from his toilet bowl? You know, it's like there's no. How do you prove where this stainless steel or this steel jewelry is really from? Now the wedding bands, even Walmart sells the titanium and stainless steel wedding bands, and they look beautiful. Like $20, you got really like a his and hers wedding bands. You know, the woman's is like thinner, usually narrower. Oh, you got the Rolex.
I have bad eyesight. That's why I'm like going like this to the computer all the time to see stuff. I've got ridiculously bad eyesight.
Where's the Submariner? That's the most manly looking.
Isn't he in Marvel Comics?
Submariner? I think so.
Yeah.
I had a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses, but they broke, unfortunately. Like Ray-Ban sunglasses. John Belushi famously wore those Ray-Ban sunglasses in Blues Brothers.
Yeah, I like the silver and blue and dark blue, or silver and black is sharp looking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Submariner, yeah.
James, have you ever seen a film called The Blues Brothers?
The Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
That's from Saturday Night Live, those guys, right?
Yeah, he's talking about the movie with Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a half a pack of cigarettes, full tank of gas, and we're wearing sunglasses at night. Hit it. And they just hits on.
We got half a tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a pair of Ray-Bans that looked really similar to the sunglasses that they wore in the Blues Brothers.
Okay, all right. I don't wear watch. I don't wear watches anymore because of the smartphone. I'm going to show you my wonderful clock that I downloaded on. That's
nice.
Yeah, it's a black. You know what? You could select any color or any style you want. I like the Roman numerals with the old-fashioned hands.
Yeah,
it's got the red. It's red neon with black background. There's my Oyster Perpetual right here. My sub.
I'm trying to figure out what time that says. I'm bad at telling the time on a clock like that. Is that like? It must be like.
Yeah, it's
5 p.m. now.
If you go to Google Play, it's called Classic Analog Clock.
Now, do they got different versions of that, or is it just that one?
No, you could pick any style, any color, yeah, anything you want. Yeah, actually. Let me just. I'll send it over to you guys. All right.
I'm addicted to these Polish sausages, honestly.
Oh, they're fantastic, man.
Oh yeah.
They really are super tasty. Cabanusi.
Cabanusi. And I got cheap French beer to drink it with.
Woo! Cheap French beer. Now Stella Artois, is that Belgium or Netherlands or?
Belgium. That was Belgium. But when we get it, it's brewed in the UK.
I remember Timex. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Yeah.
Timex is an old brand. That was around in the 2000s.
Yeah, they're still. I think they're still in business. What the
1
fuck?
million? Does that say 1 million? Wow.
$1 million watch for a watch?
Wow.
Now for another extra million, you can have a decent looking mansion near the beach, or like you can actually have a pretty huge, beautiful house for the money.
Yeah. Heck, you could have at least one nice house and quite a few acres, and be just fine.
Yeah, you can have You can have a decent house, not a mansion, but a decent house and acreage.
Yeah, and you know what you do? You make that like I think the term's called a zero house, which, if I understand it right, what you do is you get like solar panels, and then you end up like having it power the entire house to the point where you do not need like it's almost like living off the grid almost. The only thing you might need is gas and water.
Yeah, so you fill up a good part of your land with solar panels.
Yeah, or get like and for gas, you need one of them. I know they do it like in the UP or in the rural areas up north, where they got a tank and they just fill it up with gas. And they like come out maybe once a month, fill it up or tap it off, and you're good. So,
well, the guy that lives next door to my brother-in-law where he has his farmhouse and by the Adirondacks. The guy owns a hop. He grows hops on his acreage that he sells to breweries. Being that craft beer is so damn popular now.
Yeah, you need like a bunch of hops like Mosaic or Crystal
Mosaic
or some of the other ones that they use for like IPAs and other craft beers that they make. Yeah.
I recently had a new hop beer. Kronenberg 1664 has a thing called Strezel Salt Hops, which is really nice. It's really sweet. Have you tried Kronenberg, BT?
I can't say that I have. No.
It's some good stuff.
No, Kronenberg is the name of the beer, or is that the name of the hops?
Oh, that's the name of the beer. Yeah,
no, I can't say that I have. No. If I have, I can't remember it.
And this is Beer Deluxe it's basically brewed for Asda. Asda's basically the same kind of chain as Walmart, It's supermarket one brand beer, cheap French beer. You can pick up 10 of these for a $5. For £5,
really?
You can pick up these little stubby bottles, 4%.
Bottle for $5? That ain't bad.
Yeah. And it's 4%. It's from France.
Wow.
Produced in France for Asda stores in the United Kingdom. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So you might be able to get this in France. You might be able to get it in the and I don't think you'll be able to get it in the States though. There's probably a Walmart variety of this. A Walmart variety of this.
All right, hold on. Let me spinning. God, good.
I was thinking, you guys were talking about doing this wheel with like a topic of discussion of whatever it lands on. That's pretty awesome.
Well, he's getting familiar with it. It's not like a done deal. He's just learning how to navigate. Is there any other colors that you could put in between the blues? Like maybe you get purple or pink, or orange, yellow,
green.
The green, or sharp green, forest green. I mean,
I was just thinking we should make one wheel up of different beers in a wheel and say, okay, spin it. Let's see guess what kind of beer I'm drinking today. Be like, nope, not this time. Oh, maybe once in a while I'll get it right.
This wheel is pretty cool, huh, Mike Hilton? The spinning wheel. We're still thinking of like what to do with it. Oh man. Well, that. Yeah, there's so much potential with this wheel. Just got to play around with the program. What? Oh man.
I want to see you spin that wheel really fast, man.
How fast can it go? Does it stop like randomly on its own, or do you have to stop it real quick? I mean, it's nice if it can go fast, and then you can like just stop it like suddenly. I like the hypnotic spinning.
Oh yeah, like the kind of that he used in the Twilight Zone or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But the different colors would look nice, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
If it had that spinning spiral thing like from the Twilight Zone, you'll just be staring at it all day. Like,
the hypnotic. Those are pastels. These are pastels. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could select a black background. What do they call it? Wallpaper? Sometimes they call it wallpaper. You could make it stand out. Was that cranberry red? You having fun, huh? Yeah, trying to think of something clever to use it for. Because themes as far as food and liquor are really a pain in the ass. They really are. I don't even get involved with that. But topic-wise, that might be interesting.
Yeah.
Like what topic to start the show with? Like,
it could be like,
yeah, like before
products, music, something. Yeah.
Well, music, you gotta be careful with music because then YouTube will mute the show.
Oh,
yeah, with copyright, they'll take it right off. But if it's like let's say, okay, Jason's got a ton of screen shares, right, waiting in the wings, and you have a multicolored wheel with all topics, and he spins it real fast and then stops it, and that'll be like the opening. That could be like the opening for the show, like the very first topic. And then he would try to see if he has a screen share that matches the topic. If he has one. That's a game.
And I think it would be even fun too, BC. Hello, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
We are playing around, Jay, if you're watching. We sort of took encouragement from the party bucket where you shake the party bucket. This is sort of an online version of that where we can type in topics we want to discuss. I'll just start typing so we can start, and then we can determine based on what the wheel's returning with what we discuss. So we could say Valentine's Day, okay? Engagement rings.
Yeah,
talk about.
You could put a lot of topics in it. Yeah, so it's like like the Wheel of Fortune cyber version of your party bucket, pretty much. Yeah. So I was thinking, he spins it real fast. We got a ton of topics. Then he stops it, and that could be the very first topic to start the show. And then he would check to see if he's got a screen share to match whatever topic comes up on the wheel.
And I even added progressive discussions into the banner that returns the.
I mean, it goes. it's sky's the limit with the amount of topics you can put in there.
Yeah, I think this is. I don't know if this has been done. I sort of just thought about it today. I really hope we're not copying anybody. It'd be cool if we were
Screw them. Yeah, but when we do it, it's the best.
That's true.
Don't worry
That's
about
true.
that. Screw them. They got any problem, they can come on a show and pick a fight. What goes up must come down.
Yeah. All right.
Spinning wheel got to go round.
All right, folks. Well, I am being summoned. That bill is sort of my time to expire.
You're going to expire. Well, you know what? Play around with this spinning wheel idea.
Yeah.
And of course, it was wonderful having you. It's kind of getting late here also.
It was a great show.
I think I'm going to take off too, James.
Yeah, I'm going to close out the show. Thank you, everyone. And I mean everyone.
Hopefully next week I'll be feeling a lot better to cook something up, man.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be
No,
great.
I'm back. Sorry,
Thank you, everybody. Because a lot of people have stopped by. So collectively.
Oh, you had that show? Good night, James.
Good night, everybody.
Later, Dirty. Later, James. Later, Jason.
Have a great week.
And everybody else out in the chat room. Talk to you guys later.
February
James,
1st,
thank you for having me.
thank you for coming aboard. Western Mike, I don't know why you don't come on the show because you're a smart kid. But yeah, so February 1st, we'll really hammer St. Valentine's Day massacre on our wallets. My sister hates Valentine's Day. She said it's a nauseating, sappy crap of a beer deluxe.
Yeah, sweet supermarket, UK supermarket own brand stuff here.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mario. Good night,
cheerio.
Cheerio. Good night, Jordy. Good
night, James. Maybe you could send us off with a little vibraphone. I like the sound of that thing.
Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, I don't have everything. I just got the.
Oh, the do.
Oh, I got him. Hold on.
Ding.
I said put everything in the back.
There we go. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me.
I like the low tones of. I don't know how you.
Arr. Until next Sunday. Fellows, I am deep into this fried flounder hoagie and a cold country club malt liquor.
Nice
I hope they put a nice thick layer of flounder fillets. I don't want a space sandwich, which is two pieces of bread, nothing in the middle. You know, I want meat or fish. I want to see it. Ronald knows we're into abundanza. We're into like really hearty meals with big portions. Not these cheap, stingy bastards that give you a lot of lettuce and a little bit of fish. A lot of lettuce and a little bit of meat.
Yeah.
All right, country club. We're off. Da, 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 da.